who wants them to give, who be charitable, who wants that Sahaja Yoga should be promoted, and the one who wants that her husband should be happy and joyous and that he should come to Sahaja Yoga as well. Instead of that, they run after some funny, stupid women. What is there to be so attracted towards bhutish women? Must be some bhoots in them, I don't know. That's the way they get attracted. As a result of all this misbehavior of men, women become very insecure. And they get insecure. As a result, the men suffer and women suffer. A man who neglects his wife and treats like that will consequently get blood cancer. And the woman who behaves like this, in this manner, and if she ill-treats her husband, will get asthma or of a very serious type of cirrhosis. Could be brain damage, could be paralysis, could be complete dehydration of the body. Because left navi is so important. If the left navi is made hectic, as you know, by your running about and jumping about and by being hectic, that left navi becomes hectic and you develop blood cancer. I've always seen that the women who are thin, their husbands are jittery. Why? Because the wife is all the time making him run up and down, do this, do that. You didn't bring this thing for me. I had asked you to bring the Coca-Cola. You didn't bring, you didn't do that, as if he's the sinner all the time. And the man becomes jumpy all the time. Jumpy. He gets something for the jumping and she gets something for her torturing. There's no love. There's no joy. There's no happiness. The so-called figure madness, which is now subsiding, thank God, it's coming from America now, subsiding. This figure madness makes you funny. Women have to be settled down women. They have to be grahastis, that is the one who settles in the household. She has to be satisfied with her household. If she is all the time running about, she doesn't want to stay in the house, then she is not a housewife, but she is a maid servant. There's a saying that there was a lady who was a maid servant, and then she was made a housewife. But she could not stop her running about because she was a maid servant. She doesn't settle in the household. Now for whom is the household? Is not for only herself, no. Not for her husband, no. Not for her children, but for others to welcome. Like this, Mother Earth has spread all you to come and sit and enjoy. There's a very common thing also in the Sahaja Yoga. We find that people after marriage become absolutely engrossed into each other and lose Sahaja. Then their children suffer. Their children become fussy, funny, and disobedient, tortures. They have some physical problems also. It's a punishment. Not that I punish this, but it's your own nature punishes. Supposing you put your hand in the fire, it will burn. I mean, who's punishing you? You are punishing yourself. Then children become funny. Just for your family, just for your food, just for your household. This selfishness, if it crawls up into man, then God save that family. If it's a woman, is all right, at least little bit. But if the man is a gone case, that I should have a house, I should have a job, I should look after my children, it's for my family. Our family is not of one man, one woman, but the whole universe is our family. We are not on our own. And if you become arbitrary and if you become secluded, I must tell you one thing and warn you today, that those people who try to seclude themselves, a day will come when they will have horrid diseases on them. Don't blame Sahaja Yoga. Sahaja Yoga has its own beautiful realm of God's kingdom. But in the God's kingdom, you have to be collective. But a bad wife can create problems because she'll create a problem, she'll form a group of people, group of women, she'll go on rolling down with her boots to everyone. Or maybe she's very conscious of her education, maybe conscious of her position or of her money and all that. Then also she will try to keep the husband aloof. Such people have to pay for what they have done, not because it's a punishment from God. So, Grahalakshmi Tattva in Sahaja Yoga is very important. Those people who have got problems after coming to Sahaja Yoga, most of them have neglected their Grahalakshmi principle. Because Grahalakshmi, if goes out, then center heart catches. Those women who have tried such tricks should give up immediately, because that's very indignified. Nobody respects such a woman. It's very true with the leaders' wives and the leaders. The leader's wife or a leadership is a minimal of a minimal of a minimal of a so-called position. Most insignificant. What you have got is much higher than this. If you ask a saint to become a king, he'll say, what? You want to put the ocean into a cup? Is the minimal of minimal, is the lowest of lowest. Those who think their life is service are another stupid people. Their life is enjoyment, not service. But that service itself is enjoyment. But if you just keep to service, I'm sacrificing, this is my tapasya, finished. Then you end up as a tapasvi with like a beanstalk, thin. You can be used for a cross. So in Sahaja Yoga it is enjoyment, but unless and until you have that essence of enjoyment into everything, it cannot be an enjoyment. If you take out the essence from the cane sugar, or what you call the sugar cane bamboo, then what is left? In the same way, all the so-called service and seva and tapasya and all that has no sweetness in it. It's finished. So the essence of all this is sweetness. And that is generated by women. But they're very strict. Don't spoil this, keep this nice, keep that nice. The husband comes home like as if like a criminal, you know. He has to be like a bull in a china shop. He has to be. It's a good thing in a way. It's nice he doesn't know how to do anything. It's even better for you. But to make him all the time slave, do this, you didn't do this for me, do that for me, is not the job of a housewife. Her job is like the Mother Earth. Does she complain? Nothing. She gives you everything so much. It's the sustenance in her, so dignity, such powers she has. What does she care for anybody giving her anything? You'll be amazed if I tell you today, till yesterday, I never asked my husband to buy me anything. For the first time I asked him to buy me a camera, and you see the result in the evening, what he said. Least expected. Never in lifetime. He used to say, you must tell me what you want. For first time I said something and see the effect, because I have never said to him. So such a woman has to be self-satisfied, satisfied within herself, because she has to give. The person who has to give, how can she demand? She has to give love, because she is love. She has to give all the services. She has to give all the possessions. She has to suit down. What a responsibility, I tell you, what a responsibility. More than a prime minister, more than any king or anyone, is the responsibility of a woman, and she should feel proud of it, that such a responsibility has come to me. A housewife has a much more responsibility than a leader of Sajok. But the wives of leaders can be horrid, because they think they have become leaders. Well, this is the minimal of minimum. I mean, it's like I said, the ocean coming into a little cup. And their behavior becomes so funny and absurd, I'm surprised. I was married in a family where we had 100 people living together. And each one of them adores me. If I go somewhere in Lucknow, all of them will come from all over to see me, but my husband goes, nobody comes to see me. He always complains. He is the relation, I'm not the relation, and they come and see me, not him. If I had not given them love, if I had not given them whatever they wanted, they would not have come to me. So they are the preservers of others. They don't have to preserve things for themselves. We have many stupid women with us, I tell you, many stupid women. We call them Buddhu in Hindi language, the Buddhus. Because they don't know what power they have got. They don't know what responsibility they have. I am an example before them. And this is the very big problem with me, that practically, I think 60% leaders have horrible wives, I must say, horrible.